flyer. He flew himself all the way to Michigan in just a couple of weeks. However, he forgot to stop and get dinner on the way. So he was very malnourished, very emaciated, was starting to get weak, and some people found him. And they decided, hey, we're going to take this one back to a rehabilitator and see if we can't get him back up to health. So they did that. And then he was released out into the wild again. This time he found himself at a 4th of July barbecue. I don't think that's what they meant when they were celebrating America. But either way, he was then brought back here. We said, okay, you've got one more chance. We put him in an aviary and did something called live prey testing. So we gave him a rabbit and some fish in his aviary, ready to catch. And we said, okay, let's see if you can do it. A couple days later, they're all still there. So instead, even though Lincoln does have the ability to fly, and he has all the physical capabilities to be out in the wild, he just never learned how to hunt. So that is the reason that he is with us. So Lincoln started his training actually in 2001. So he did a lot of indoor flights for many, many years, and specifically with James Rogers at Music Mansion. So that is where he kind of started doing his flights. But in 2024, he did his very first outside flight, and he flew at the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium. So that's a big jump from inside to outdoor in a 70,000 person stadium, but he did a fantastic job. Now there's not many eagles that can do things of that magnitude, so we have to kind of hand-pick certain birds, and we say, okay, how do you feel about this? We have some birds that are not scared of anything. We have some birds that are scared of bubbles. We have some that are scared of shade. So the variety is very wide. So it's not, we have this eagle, we're gonna do this with them. It's, we're gonna see what they're afraid of and go from there. And Lincoln has been a phenomenal ambassador because he's not as scared as some of our other birds. But it truly is the bird for the job and not the job for the bird here. So all of our training is based on positive reinforcement. So when you saw us going glove to glove, you probably didn't see that we were reaching down in our pouches and putting something in our gloves. Every time he got Mises pieces. So, and we do try and feed them their favorite snacks. So we give them a varied diet, just like what they would have in the wild. However, they all seem to have a preference, just like we have a favorite food. So when we are on the road, we say, okay, you did this wonderful flight, you get your favorite snack. For Lincoln, it's a big old rat.
She said it, not me.
Maybe I should do it like a toddler. His favorite is R-A-T. But if you all want to raise your hand and ask questions about him, we'd love to answer about Lincoln or any of our eagles that you may have seen out there.